What up, what up, what up? Hey, it's your boy Mr. Magnificent, and I'm coming to you with a video. My main thing here is I want to try to help y'all, when it comes to purchasing this phone here. I haven't seen no reviews from a real person. I'm a real person. You're not gonna see 5 different phones scattered over the ground. I'm not rich. I'm a regular consumer just like you. Now, I looked at the Android authorities and all that stuff there, which are very good. When you go to spend $800 on the phone, $900 on the phone, look at as many videos as you have to. But I want to give it to you from a real person perspective, either debunking or certifying what you've already know. Let's get to the video because I know y'all got a short attention span. Now, the first thing I want to touch up on, this is a real rare commodity, multitasking. And nobody talks about the multitasking on this phone, and I'm finna show y'all why. Now, when it comes to multitasking on this phone, I don't know if y'all can see that. Got a little button right here. And this is real close to stock Android, if you didn't know. They added a little something on it, but it's basically stock Android. You hit this little button right here. You get a little task deal right here. You hit that, and boom, you got a little box and you're getting your multitasking going. Now, I picked the browser because this is the most useful one as that I've found so far. Now, you got little stuff like a phone and stuff like that. Look, I'm not finna get into that. The multitask, if you're coming from, you're gonna hear me making comparisons between the iPhone, the Note 5, and the V10 throughout this whole video because I feel like them are the 3 heavy hitters. Them are the 3 of the best phones on the market right now. And if you're coming from a Note 5, the multitasking on this is bullshit. I'm sorry to say it now. Sony, if y'all get hold of this video, you're on the right track. You know, if you take this, boom, you throw it in the corner, that's beautiful. It reminds, and you can also throw it at the bottom. It reminds me a lot of a computer when you multitasking, send it to the bottom, open it up whenever you want. But if you're coming from a Samsung Note, and you know how you could be in your Chrome, and let's open up Chrome. You go up in here, boom, there go Chrome, bookmarks. And then when you open up the bookmark, I don't have anything. It opens up in the back. That's bullshit. If you're coming from a Samsung Note and you get hold of this, you're going to be very disappointed. Now, the V10 has very good multitasking with the split screens. This have none of that. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. You're on the right track, Sony, but your Windows need to have more functionality. In fact, the same functionality as if it was a regular screen, not watered down. But moving on. Multitasking is bullshit. Let's talk about the screen on this phone. Now, if you want to get technical with PPIs and all that bullshit there, this probably got double the PPI of any other phone on the market right now. In fact, this is the only 4K screen in the world. But honestly, I can honestly say it's better than the V10. But when you put it up beside the iPhone and the Note 5, it's really a deal of preference. Now, when it comes to watching movies, I will honestly say the movies are better on here. I would prefer watching movies on here than any other phone. They look beautiful. But again, when you talk about the Note 5 and your iPhone, it's really going to come down to preference. But if I had to make a judgment call, which I feel like I can because I do watch a lot of movies on phones and stuff like that, this is the best one out there, in my opinion, especially when it comes to watching movies. I would actually say that this screen is the best. But like I say, you're not going to be holding the Note 5 or holding the iPhone definitely going, oh my God, I need a Sony. They're great screens. I would just say this one is the best. Moving on to the next one. Let's talk about the fingerprint scanner. Now, anybody who uses fingerprint scanners, if you ever had an iPhone, know the iPhone hands down is the best fingerprint scanner out there. It is snappy. If you use your iPhone fingerprint scanner, you won't even ever see your lock screen. That's how fast it is. It's snappy, snappy, snappy. Samsung done caught up. It's reliable and everything, but nothing close to the iPhone. Out of the V10 and this one definitely wins. Now, let's talk about this. If you've been looking at YouTube videos, you've probably heard of CaseGate. When you put a V10 inside of a case, for whatever reason, it goes wacko. And the fingerprint scanner don't work at all. Besides that, the V10 is a great phone. With this one here, if you look at your Android authorities or your look online and look this phone up, I can't think of the name of that website. It says you could do 10 fingerprints. That's a lie. You can only do 5. But most people that get real reliability do certain fingers twice. And don't get me wrong, it's very reliable. I mean, it goes in, but like I said, if you want to compare it to an iPhone, it's nowhere on the iPhone level. You know, probably neck and neck with Samsung. But I can say this here, it's in the perfect location. Right here on the power button. Just makes sense. You powering up your phone, boom, your fingerprint is already read it. Open up your phone like that. Works very good. Like I say, it's just, if you had to, you know, pick a winner, iPhone hand down. Okay, moving on to the next deal. Let's talk about the speakers. Now, the speakers are front facing. I do believe that's the best place to put a speaker. I think HTC was the first ones to do that. And if you remember the first HTCs with the boom deal, I mean, them suckers, like I said, I went and played with a phone. I don't want to talk too much on it because that's one of those phones I did not have. The other 3 I'm talking about, I actually had these phones. So you can trust my judgment on that. But anyway, with these being front-facing speakers, they not going to blow you away. They, you know, they're loud. I think that's the best place to put them. The sound is coming towards you, but you're not going to be blown away. Like I say, you're not going to be holding an iPhone, a V10, or an 05 going, oh my God, I want a Sony. I can't hear this. You probably can't hear none of them, be honest with you. But to be honest, this is not even the loudest one out of those 3, you know. But, I mean, honestly, I usually carry around a little Bluetooth deal or something like that anyway, headphones. But they're not that loud. I do think it's the best place, but you know, you're not going to be blown away by them. Let's move on to the next deal. Let's talk about the cameras. Okay? Very big issue. Now, I'm going to get as close as I can to see if y'all could zoom in on that. And this deal picks up a lot of fingerprints, y'all. Okay, I don't know if y'all can get that or not. Anyway, this is 23 megapixels. Like I said, if you've been doing your homework, you already know a little bit about this phone. 23 megapixels. Now, if you want to get technical and talk about megapixels and all that, this is probably the highest megapixel camera on the phone. Anywhere. 5 megapixels on the front, 23 on the back. I don't think there's another phone on the market that's giving you 23 megapixels. But let's talk about real world use. And you just got to take my word on this. I'm not finna sit here and do cameras, deals, all that. Now, I took pictures with the V10, and I can honestly say this is better than the V10. And did pictures with the iPhone and did pictures. Now, in my opinion, I can honestly say, I would actually say between this one and the Note 5, it's a toss-up. You know, when it comes to megapixels and the details, this will, if you do not put your makeup on right, it will let you know. When you take a picture with this, it's going to catch every scar in your face, it catches everything. I remember taking pictures with my V10, and you almost felt like it put a filter over your face. I mean, you felt like you was the shit in those pictures. I'm telling you, the pictures on this one, very detailed. You better have your act together because it's going to catch everything. So if you're talking about, I do a lot of work with my phones, and when it comes to like, taking pictures of deals to turn into PDFs and stuff like that, this is going to be very good to have because when you zoom in, you're not losing no details. iPhone, V10, you're going to lose those details. Now, Samsung, I would say it's about neck and neck, you know. But like I said, if you want to get on megapixels and all that, I try not to pay too much attention to that. This is probably the best on any phone you're going to find. But very good camera anyway. Zooms in real quick. Like I said, I would say it's a real good camera, but it picks up everything. Put on your makeup, ladies, before you take a selfie with this camera. Real talk. Let's get on to the next thing. Let's talk about writing on the screen because I'm coming from a Note series. And I love my S Pen. Now, every phone got something about them that stands out. The V10 got that little, got the little screen at the top or whatever. kind of useful, whatever. I really do think it got potential. I would rather have seen them make it into just a 6-inch screen, and then gave you the option in your settings to make some of that screen 2 inches. That would have made more sense to me. Each his own, whatever. iPhone, I salute you for bringing the fingerprint scanner for one. I salute you for the 3D touch. I haven't found much use for that, but I can see the potential for that. And there's rumors that Android stole the front-facing camera from Apple. I actually believe that. I salute you, Apple, for bringing those technologies to the deal. Note, the S Pen. Now, the reason I picked that from last is because I'm coming from a Note. And if you've ever used your S Pen, I'm telling you, I'm having withdrawals right now from using my S Pen. If you ever used it, it's hard to live without it. And when I got this phone here, and this is one of the major debunkings I wanted to debunk. A lot of people think you could take anything and write on this screen. Sony had made a claim about that, about some of the older phones. I really didn't see the claims on this one, but that was one thing that Sony was famous for. Not true. It's like any other phone. You need a stylus. You gotta go buy your stylus with the deal or whatever. You ain't gonna take no regular pen, try to write on the screen, or regular pencil, try to write on the screen. Ain't gonna happen. Letting you know that right now. So that's one of the big deals I want to debunk. Okay, moving on to the next thing. Now, y'all telling me, man, why are you all on Samsung nuts and, you act like you want a V10? Let me tell you why I don't have none of those other phones. Never been a big fan of Apple. If you have a jailbroken iPhone, that's probably one of the best phones you can have. A jailbroken iPhone, the stuff you can do with a jailbroken iPhone, from multitasking, split screen multitasking, a jailbroken iPhone is on top of the world. But who wants to do that? Void their warranty. I know I didn't feel like dealing with that. Why you don't have a Note? Well, for one, they only give you 64 gigabytes of space now. No micro SD. So I had to choose. Do I want a micro SD card, or do I want a S Pen? I miss my S Pen, but gotta have my micro SD. 200 gigabytes up in here. Why not a V10? Again, if you ever heard of CaseGate, if they fix that by now, I don't know if you're looking at this video 2 weeks after I made it or 2 months. If they fix CaseGate with the fingerprint scanner and just the functionality of the phone, period, when you put it in a case, I would tell you, hands down, go get a V10. Besides that, I would be having a V10 in my hand right now doing a video on that one. But the next thing I want to touch up on is where to get this phone. They don't sell this phone in the United States anymore. All of the Sony stores done closed down, whatever. I don't know what the deal is or the issues. But if you're like me, and like I said, you're not rich and don't have money to waste, I'm going to tell you who came through for me. Amazon, and the name of the company was Quality Goods. Quality Goods. Like I say, the price will fluctuate. When they was brand new, they was going for as high as $850. They probably done went down a lot now. You could probably get them around $700. But like I say, there's a lot of people selling these phones. If you don't want to deal with having to return them and stuff like that, that's one company that came through for me. I've been using this phone as my regular phone for about a week. Real good phone, get a real good signal. Like I say, again, it's a nice phone. Now, I really hate to touch up on this, but I guess it wouldn't be a real review if I didn't. And like I say, I'm more about the functionality of a phone and what it can do, not the looks. But I gotta, if I'm gonna do a review, I gotta touch up on it. I feel like it's only right. Alright, man. Now let's do this. Now, I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you why I don't like doing reviews. Okay, I'm coming from a Samsung Note. And people used to curse Samsung all day long. Oh, this phone feel cheap. I don't like this phone. Blase, blase. And look what the hell done happened. They made a phone, no SD card, look good. No SD card, only 64 gigs of memory. Be careful what you ask for. But anyway, let's touch up on this. If we got to talk about the looks of a phone, okay, for you ladies that want to be independent and, you know, hey, I'm doing my thing type of stuff. I ain't gonna lie. A woman walking around with an iPhone, hey, she look fly. You know what I'm saying? Look like, hey, look, I'm independent. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking none of y'all guys that got any. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got an iPhone. You know, hey, you hold it. Hey, it's that serious. You know what I mean? So, hey, an iPhone. When I see a lady with one that kind of say independent, I'm doing my thing. Hey, you know, if you gotta talk about the stylishness of a phone and how it look, okay, nah. But if you a guy, and like I said, I really hate to touch up on this because I'm more about the functionality of a phone. But I'm going to go ahead and do it. If you're a guy and you just want a nice phone that just look nice, I have to admit it. This motherfucker here make you feel boss. Real talk. When you look at that chrome, like I said, I have a hard time putting this phone in the case. When you look at that chrome there, I swear, it looked like I done tucked the rims off a car, took it to a phone shop and went, make me a phone. I'm telling you, man, this phone, when you pick this sucker up like this, man, you feel boss. Real talk, man. You know that gloss, you in the club, man. I mean, the sucker, hey, it's a fingerprint magnet, but hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You out, the sun hit this, or you in the club and the right light hit it. Hey, put it this way. I haven't, one of the first phones where I turned a lot of heads was my first iPhone when the iPhone first came out. A lot of people used to come up to me, oh, you got an iPhone? You used to got a lot of questions. This is the only other phone I ever bought. I was in the spot the other day and somebody was like, hey man, is that Sony? No bullshit. No bullshit. For one, they don't sell this phone in the United States no more, so you're not gonna see nobody really with this phone. And hell, that light is probably hitting it right now and glossing up the video. But anyway, make a long story short, you feel like a boss with this phone without the case. But I'm all about the functionality of a phone and what it does. And like I say, I'm really hoping that this video help you make a decision. I hope I help debunk or, you know, let you know what was true, the falses or whatever. Everything else you could probably get through your Android authorities or the other hundreds of videos that they got on this phone. Again, hey, it's your boy, Mr. Magnificent. That's the end of this video. And like always, everything be so FINE gravy is going down, baby.